All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? Down, we were over 2200 degrees, coming up on 2300. That's a bit much. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be forging a large billet of Damascus. It's 25 layers, 4" by 4" by probably like 3.5" thick. So it's been in there for a good half hour. Decline. If somebody sends me a request to go live with me and they don't say anything, I automatically decline it. So if anybody tries to go live, at least give me a heads up and tell me who you are, because if I don't know, I'm not going to accept it. It's getting pretty close. Hey, honey. All right. Still not ready, but we're getting there. Yes, I am forging on roller skates. Yeah, I figured it'd be more efficient. Hey, thanks everybody, I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the fire. I'm making some Damascus. So I'm starting a really big billet of Damascus. This is the size I usually do. So it's a 4" by 4" by anywhere from 3.5" to 4" thick hunk of steel. And it's 25 layers. Right now, we're gonna draw it out, cut it up in 4 pieces and restack it. What I'm going for is 100 layers. So pretty easy usually, but with a billet this size, it can take some doing. So, all right, well, I'm thinking we are about ready to do our first. Oh, hold on, I gotta unhook the cord. Bring this back here. Okay, just turn down the heat just a little bit more. What's happening is that billet's coming up to temperature, and so it's not absorbing as much of the heat. That is the first one. Got some more stuff put back here where I usually put my tripod, so it's making things difficult on me. There we go. I love it. Blacksmithing is fire. Yes. Windy Creek Forge, how you doing? All right, hey everybody, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, save, all that good stuff. We're down to 70 people. Let's see if we can bump those numbers up. The more times you tap on the screen if you got a phone or hit the like button, the better, because it all adds up. Gloves on. I'm going to switch out to some drawing dies. Yeah, it is a big stack. So this is only going to be 100 layer Damascus when it's done. So we're at 25 layers right now. Draw it up, cut, restack it. This is going to, once it's 100 layers, this is going into another billet of Death Kumai. I've got several orders for that stuff, so I'm trying to make just a big, long, 4-inch wide bar of 100 layer Damascus. Hey, Joe. So once I have that 100 layers of Damascus, I'm going to draw it out till it's about just under a 1/4 inch thick, I think, is where I'm going to go for. So at some point, I'm probably going to have to cut this billet in half because it's going to be huge and it's going to get really long really quick. That's okay. I like doing big billets, so I have plenty. Usually I don't wear gloves, but because I'm using that big piece of rebar on there, that heat travels right down it really quickly. What I'll probably do is should soak a rag and put it around it. Oh yeah, the press does it. You know, I've got a power hammer, and it helps with billets at certain stages, but the press is where it's at. The other thing I have is I have a rolling mill. So once I get down to around a 1/4 inch thick, I start using the rolling mill, so everything is an even thickness, and you can really draw out some steel. It's definitely a great tool to have. All right, hey everybody, welcome. My name's Brock. I am the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. Right now I'm working on a huge billet of Damascus. Now this is just getting started. It's only 25 layers, but it's a big billet. And yes, I am doing it on roller skates. Why? Because I can. So, hey, if you don't already follow me, hit that follow button. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button as many times as you can. I think we're going to open up. So you open up the shop door, I take off my flannel, so. Bang, yeah, pull it out and finish it, man. You know, and Damascus isn't, it's more achievable than people really think, as long as you have the equipment. Now, you can do a small piece of Damascus by hand, no problem, as long as you can swing a hammer and you have a decent anvil. This makes things a lot easier for myself. I'm a disabled veteran. My back's not going to handle swinging a hammer, and I'm not going to be able to do these big billets, so I have to use a press. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. this out here. It's going to take a little while for that to heat up this time. Okay. Yeah, I hear you guys. You know, I just went full time with this this past summer, and was doing it for almost 2 years before that, and all the money that the business made stayed in the business. So all the big tools and stuff came out of that, and it's taken quite a while. Out of braces, and you get your press. Nice, I like it. Move this back a little ways and move the cord out of the way so I don't hit it. Okay. I'm filming this on my camera, and I'm still trying to learn it, figure everything out, and I thought I got the automatic off taken care of, but obviously not, because I just went to it and it was not recording anymore, so I'm gonna have to do some more research. Yeah, I'm lucky because my wife's in banking. Still not quite hot enough. I hear you there. I'm not far off from that. Man, I'd be careful doing the log splitter thing. I've seen too many people do it, and the welds break and such. They're just not, they're not built for resisting pressing steel. It's wood, and that's a lot softer. So I don't know what your level of welding and engineering is, so just keep that in mind. Reach out to some other people that have made them, because there might be a certain brand that works better than others. Okay. Still got some shadowing on one side, so give it just a couple more minutes. Finish heating up. You know, what I'm watching for is that the billet itself is the same color as the inside of the forge, and there's no shadows or dark spots in the billet. That's how you know you're up to temperature. And especially if you've got a temperature probe like I do in the forge, once I see that color match the walls of the forge, I know how hot that billet is. Okay, so I focused on the middle of the billet because it had a hump and I want to try to keep it even. Why am I wearing skates? Because I can. Why not? Thank you. Got this on, I think it was Etsy. But I dig it. Now it's just because I can. I had this idea one night last week, and just as something fun and different to do on here for live. And I'm pretty comfortable in skates, so I figured why not? Yeah, and as my wife is saying, because she thinks this is hilarious. So I used to play roller derby, men's and co-ed roller derby, and did that for almost 5 years. And skated with some of the best derby players in the U.S. And in Mexico. I went down to Mexico and got to practice with men's Team Mexico. Team Mexico men's team. There we go. I can talk. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best skater ever, but I am saying I'm proficient. Proficient enough to do this. All right, I'll go through my little spiel again. All right, hey everybody, thanks for watching. My name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. Right now I'm forging out a huge piece of Damascus. It's 25 layers. Right now we're gonna draw it out, cut it up, stack it into a 100-layer billet, and draw that out again. I'm in Washington State, Spokane, Washington. Also, if you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button. I do live foraging every Monday and some random lives here and there. Okay, I think it's time. Yeah, I'm having way too much fun with this. Okay. Elk? Yeah, Elk is 5 minutes north of me. Because I live north of Spokane, between Spokane and Elk. 5-10 minutes maybe. Thank you, I appreciate that. Bonjour. Sure I didn't pronounce it right, I apologize, but hey, thanks for joining us from France. Yeah, Elk really isn't even a town. Actually, I don't even think, do they have their own post office still? I think it turned into a VFW. I don't know, or they moved it. So I might give this an extra long soak time. Means you guys get to stare at my ugly mug a little bit longer. I just want to make sure the steel's moving the way I really want it to. But your mom lives here and you haven't been here for 30 years? I mean, I'm not going to judge, but... yeah, Elk's pretty much just there. That's about it. Gotcha. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, these big billets really start slow, which kind of sucks, and it especially sucks when I'm doing it live because there's time in between using the press. But once we get down a little ways, it's going to start going really quick. Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot of moving. See, when I was a kid, we moved all the time, but we stayed in the Spokane area. I don't know, this forging on skates, you know, as long as you keep the floor clean, it's more efficient to get around, that's for sure. Sit just a little bit longer. Thanks, son. Okay. Yeah, just waiting for the steel to get hot enough. Yeah, right now, Tom, I'm just waiting on the steel to heat up. I just did a press, and I want to make sure it has enough time to soak, get all that heat to the core. Moves a lot easier. All right. Just checking the motionless back. Tom, I'm not sure what you mean. Why the roller skates? Because I can. Now, do you guys want me to move the camera back over there behind the press? Actually, to answer that question for myself. I think it's probably a better view for you guys. There we go. I'm gonna have to buy new wheels after today. I'll just keep these for my shop wheels because I don't think this will be the last time. You're doing a form fit for leather? You know, I haven't used an oven to do that. I just let it naturally dry over like a couple days, but an oven, that's smart. I think I'll do that next time. I don't usually do form fits, but I'm trying to do more. Trying to make sure I was going to be able to use the power hammer, and I think I got it figured out. Yeah, I've seen some people that dunk the entire sheath once it's complete in paraffin wax, liquid paraffin wax. I haven't tried it. It seems odd to me, but it probably works pretty well. But I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Not quite ready for the power hammer, but that's coming up. And I'm going to just use the power hammer to kind of square everything up, not really draw it out too much. You know what, we might as well do that now on the next heat. Oh, interesting. That sounds cool. Bear with me. All right. Alright, so for doing the press, it's fine. Doing the power hammer on skates, it's a little more work. Okay, went ahead and turned the power hammer off. It's going to be a little bit before I go back to it, so no sense in wasting the power. No pun intended. So I turned the forge up just a little bit, turned the gas up, that is. Get a little more heat. I'd like to be closer to 2100, or we were pretty close to 2000 degrees, so. It's an Yang from US Yang. I really like it. And I really liked dealing with US Yang. They're awesome. Just like Cole Ironworks, great customer service. All right. Okay, well. Anybody got any questions while we wait for the steel to heat back up? There you go. I almost got the little 12 ton, but now I'm wishing I had waited and got the 25 ton. Is what it is. But, you know, as you upgrade things, you know, if they're quality, you can resell them. Like, I'm probably going to sell one of my kilns. I've got two of them. And that big pink Paragon 36 inch, I'm going to sell because I use my my Gen Can all the time now. Chances are in taking LBS, I have no idea. I never think I'm gonna win anything because I usually don't. But you know, some of the bladesmiths that are in there, they've been doing this for way longer than I have. I mean, heck, Ben Abbott's in there. Once I saw that Ben Abbott was in this, I knew there was. I don't think there's a way I'm going to win. I think he's going to take it. And I just hope to get past the first round. And thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Ooh, rubbing alcohol. I never thought about that. Now, if you've already dyed it, won't, you know, you do your tooling and dyeing and then you form it, wouldn't that ruin the coloring? Yeah, I'm not, I feel bad for him. First round going up against Ben Abbott. But it doesn't mean anything, you know. in these competitions, anything can happen. You know, there could be a failure in your blade that you had no idea was there until that first swing. You know, I know my flex was good. I worry that it's not as hard as it should be, simply because I really wanted to make sure the flex was there, because we have a 30-degree bend test. So that was my biggest concern. I don't know. We'll see. And I have not seen JMG Customs blade, although honestly I haven't seen a lot of the guys' blades. He hacked into the anvil. Did it damage the blade or just the anvil? Because anvils are hardened. Well, good anvils. I think those really cheap anvils, I don't think those are hardened. Just the anvil. Man, that's a hard knife right there, or sword. As long as it's got the flex, it should be good. Oh, he made his own anvil. So that could be different. Depends on how hard the anvil is, but still, regardless, that's pretty cool. I didn't do a ton of testing on mine. One, because I wanted to get it out the door before the holidays. I know there's some guys that are having trouble getting theirs in on time, and I didn't want to be one of them. So I ended up being the first one to turn in. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't do a lot of testing on mine. I didn't want to, you know, jinx it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, he did the unboxing for mine. I caught that. I caught part of another one, but I haven't seen any of the other unboxing lives. I'm just not on TikTok, I don't think, when he's doing them, but I could be wrong. All right, I bet this thing is hot enough. That's plenty of extra time. Thing gets heavy real quick, and I didn't have it where you guys could see. Wow, that was, sorry, that was dumb. Yeah, I get nervous testing knives sometimes as well. But it's one of those things that if there's any question, you just got to do it. Because the last thing you want is your customer having it happen. I'm half tempted to pull a piece of steel out and start making a knife. There you go, nice. Let's see. An interesting end. We'll use this end. So this is 1085 Japanese cutlery steel. I get this from Pop's Knives. It goes really quick on their website. Every time for the past like 8 months I've looked, they've been out. Yeah, so this is the 1 inch bar that they have. I think they have 1 inch 3/4 and half now in the 1085. It makes integrals a lot easier, but it's just generally good steel. So, but here we'll heat some up. Probably make a chef's knife. Exact same. Most of the 10 series, the higher 10 series is the same. You know, in fact, most seals, the heat treat data is very similar, especially if you go off of New Jersey Steel Baron. Now, they're who I use for my heat treat data and all that, but I know there's other places out there. Some of them make me a little nervous. Like I've seen some where they're suggesting to double or even triple quench some steels, and I was always taught that's a huge no-go, so I haven't tried it. I've seen some that their quenching temperature is super high, compared to others, when usually it's 1475, 1480 for most, and I've seen some that are like 1600 for steel, and I think that's excessive, but I only really see that on, was it Knife Steel Nerds? I think that's what it is. Blade Steel Nerds. I don't know. But I see it on there. I just don't know enough about it, and when I read their sheets on things, it makes sense, but they don't explain why they're double or triple quenching things or what the risk or benefit is. So I don't know. Not right now. Until we get this a little farther along, I'll do that. Or maybe on this, after this heat. Okay. Yeah, the triple quench thing just like kind of throws me for a loop, and double quench. And even my Gen Ken came pre-programmed with settings to double quench 5200, and it was like 1500 for the first quench and then 1600 for the second. I can't remember for sure because I deleted them because I just thought, okay, that's insane. But sales gimmick, yeah, I've also heard people tell me it's just people trying to find new ways to do things, and hoping to create some new, not technology, but technique. You know, I've yet to do a rasp knife. I had some files and stuff that I was going to do, but I just never got around to it. Move you guys out here. Yeah, I would think it would definitely weaken the grain structure. I would think that it would blow the grain structure up. Now, maybe I'm wrong. But it just, you know, really what I needed to do is look up the data and do a test on it. But let's see here. There we go. Okay. So all I'm going to do to start with is start rounding over the edge. I don't think I got that quite hot enough, but okay. Hey everybody, do me a favor. Hit that like button many times as you can. The more you do it, the better. We're up to 26,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,000. That would be awesome. Think you know what? I already have the drawing dies on the press. I was going to use the power hammer to start the tip, but I'm going to just use the press. It'll just be quicker. Probably not by a lot, but by a little. Almost 4,000 likes. I love it. Let's see. Make a new handle for this soon. I'll redo this one. I think I'll just redo it. The squish. I'll be honest, I'm just kind of messing around with the 1085. Trying to do different ways of getting the end down to a point. And I wanted to try just keeping it flat. Usually you just go to kind of a cone. But like I said, I want to try different things. don't. I don't think that way is easier. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Oops, what's going on here? Ah! There we go. That's a lot easier. Can't do it on that foot. so much harder on skates. Go. Yeah, so I put that 1085 bar aside. I've got the tip. I'm gonna work on that later because I want to do most of it on the power hammer, and it's just too hard to switch back and forth with the skates. Look at that. 6,200 likes. Hey, I appreciate it, everybody. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, it was fine when I was balancing on my right foot and using my left to work. And I'm standing on my toe stops. I can walk, I can run on my toe stops. But when I switch and put my left foot down to balance and try to use the lever with my right, didn't work so much. So, but yeah, I can turn this. I can do this all day. All right. Not ready. Close, but not ready yet. There's some shadowing on the bottom side of it, so I rolled it over. Should be gone in a minute. Man, I got a busy week ahead of me. I've got that sword I'm working on. I got to do the shape the handle, get the thread rod welded to the tang, start the pommel. Got a bunch of kitchen knives to grind. Yes, true story. All right, hey everybody, I'm gonna take a quick break, 15 minutes maybe. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna end the live. But again, 10-15 minutes, I'll be back.